Guys, welcome to GameTalk Ajax AZ 2-0. Champions! 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 I'm sorry. Forgive me. All right. So, Tomasz, all the way from Poland. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. So, tell me, what did you think of the game today?
I think it was a very champion-worthy game from Ajax, especially the second half. Alkmaar were like squashed, like bugs, crushed. It was Ajax-esque at the very best, and I'm really happy about the performance. You seem very happy, and I tend to look down on the rest of the Dutch competition, and I feel like my hand wasn't cut off. So basically, if we were champions, everything's fine. No, reason to celebrate too much.
Wait, champion, why are we not celebrating? Why?
Because it's obvious we're champions. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, Look, you're saying stuff that also has been said a lot during the year, during the season, also by Dutch pundits, etc. I disagree. We have a very good squad.
No, that's just a bit of banter to show that the rest of the league that you can try. Alkmaar can appeal next season. Maybe it will work, but no, maybe next year. Sorry, not sorry. Right.
So about the game, first half was different. Let's be honest. The first half could have gone the other way. We have to be honest about that. Maarten with a couple of good saves. Edson with a tremendous save right at the end of the first half. And Tadic had a great free kick. Haller had a header. But also the goalkeeper of AZ was really doing his best also. And as you said, the second half was a different thing. So who are the standouts for you today? And what does it mean in general, this championship for you, looking at the season we had so far?
Well, let me start with the last part. It's a relief. It's a huge relief because, like I said, it's something we have to achieve. This is our place. We're Ajax. We're the best, and it showed today, by the way. It all makes for a good, but still a little disappointing season. I still feel we could have done more in Europe. But not to change the topic, it was a very good final staple. It's not the last staple. We have to win in Rotterdam, win big. That's the last important thing. But other than that, it was a very good summary of the season, I guess. I guess we all had our doubts because the last couple of games were not perfect. But today, I'm proud of our team. I'm really proud.
Yeah, Tomasz, do you realize that AZ was off for 2 weeks prior to this game today? Ajax played a Dutch Cup final and they had to play against Utrecht. Taking away also all the European games they had to play, which AZ didn't have to play in the second part of the season. Who was the better team at the end? Who was basically outperforming the other one at the end?
Yeah, so Alkmaar lacked game rhythm, and they can appeal against the whole thing. but in all seriousness, I'm really impressed. By Ten Hag or the whole physio team. We were really dominant, also physically, technically as well, because we're obviously superior to AZ. But that was really impressive. And coming back to that, the first half could have ended up differently. Yeah, but I guess it was nothing, surprising, to be honest. That was only to be expected. We play our game. We try to dominate, and AZ is, it's born to play the counter. And if we use a lot of players up front, it's only reasonable that their chance is going to be, more, better, basically. And it's not our fault that they do not have good enough players to finish those chances. So that's their problem. But other than that, I'm really happy with the first half as well. I guess there were, first of all, the fire I could feel throughout especially first 20 minutes, something like that. We were very dominant, pressing up. Bizot didn't have a second to think about his life. And yeah, and I really enjoyed that. That gave me the glimpses of the 18-19 season, to be honest.
How much better was it to listen to the fans and see the fans in the stadium today?
Well, I myself, I would consider myself a couch potato. I really enjoy calm circumstances where I can analyze and so on and so on. And I never thought it would make that much of a difference from my perspective, even. Even the whistles when Badu went out of the field for a moment, or when Brobbey entered the pitch. It wasn't artificial. You could feel it, and that was really nice. And I sometimes downplay the effect it has on the players, but you could obviously see it. It was like great proof that the fans make all the world of the difference.
Yeah. Okay, so my final question to you. We're champions. Theoretically, of course, not entirely, but we're champions. Looking at this season and looking also so far, the reign so far from Ten Hag, how good do you view Ten Hag as a coach in general? Because there has been some criticism here and there in the past season. What's your opinion? What's your take on Ten Hag in general?
I can't remember a better manager in 21st century for Ajax. I would go as far as that. Obviously, we're having a great team, but it's, football is not a game where the manager is not important if you have good enough players. It does not work like that. Ten Hag's had some fair criticism, obviously. It's sometimes difficult to understand his substitutions, for example. Not today. Today it was very good, especially the Mazraoui substitution. I really thought Nus made quite a lot of difference, actually. Ten Hag's been stubborn at times, but not until the end. He was able to change his mind in a couple of things during his whole reign. Our team almost always looks very good physically, and that's something he never gets enough credit for, I believe. Around January, I think, there were some doubts. Maybe the formulas already used up, and we should part ways. But no. And actually, if you think about it, we've had a couple of worse moments during his whole reign in Amsterdam, and he always bounces back, and that's also a quality. Also, some players from time to time are not happy with the amount of time they get playing. But I can't remember, anybody standing out and saying, "No, I don't like Ten Hag." There was no riots in the team, and that includes players that left us during the whole spell. So yeah, I rate him. I rate Eric very, very highly, and I'm a bit terrified about the thing that he's going to be replaced at some point. He's going to be. Yeah, it will happen. That's obviously. Well, the only thing we know that the next manager is going to be bold as well. Fourth consecutive bold manager. But in all seriousness, yeah, I'm a bit terrified because not only we would have to find someone with good sense of the game and technically and tactically and so on, but also those are huge shoes to fill in. If someone comes in, it will be very difficult to earn respect after such a manager as Eric is.
He's leaving a huge legacy, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Listen, final thoughts, and we want to know, how are you going to celebrate today?
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to tell you that this gentleman deserves nothing but love, even if he sometimes plays a bit worse. I love Tadic today. It wasn't his best game, but still he was. You could see the fire in his eyes, and also we have to single out David Klaassen. It was the first time since his reappearance at Ajax that I thought, Donny van der Beek wouldn't have done it better, and that's a huge compliment coming from me. Klaassen coming to the season altogether, we were very consistent, and that was unlike Ajax in other years, I believe. And that is something to remember. And I'm also very happy that it's not the end yet. That we have a thing to do in Rotterdam. I don't know how much more points we have than them, but that's not enough, obviously. When it comes to the celebration, I guess I'm going to have a quiet celebration with some highlights, possibly with I don't know, maybe some sing-alongs and so on, as I'm going to have guests. So yeah, it's going to be fun for sure. As Ajax was today to watch, it was fun.
Guys, I can feel it, man. I can. You want to subscribe.